Lean into that spite as your breath leaves your body. Bury me with all of my money, like Scrooge McDuck. You gotta start a financial journey early in order to be sort of the master of everything around you. But the truth is, yeah, you do need that 6-month cushion. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to say it because it is an uncomfortable, icky, ashy tasting sort of thing to say and think about. That has to be there so you're not left holding the bag. People leave your life. Jobs decide, nah, we just decided to not, goodbye. And you need to take proactive measures, whether you like them or not, early on in life. Start today if you feel it's too late. Start now. I have a concept, what I call non-spendable income. I get money that goes into my bank. I don't know how much I make. It doesn't matter how much I make. I know how much I spend, but I don't know how much I make. Let me explain why. I am a bare minimum cheap person. I can afford kind of anything that I want on a moderate spectrum. I never pay full price for anything. I will wait. I will drive things into the ground. I will go without dishes and towels and plates. I will figure out some other way around this up until a point where I go, now I can afford that thing that I wanted. Now is the time. It is Black Friday. It is Labor Day. I have all these coupons that piled up. I have all these points. Now is the time to buy the thing. It makes shopping less fun, but incredibly efficient. To have a bunch of stuff in your digital cart and check in on it periodically. How are we doing today? No, still at that. I'll see you later. We'll try again some other time. And you look at it and it could be really cool to all the stuff that you thought you wanted. You look at it later on down the line when the prices are knocked down and you're like, ew, what was I thinking? Delete. And it keeps you from having stuff. Be a minimalist, please. Please get rid of things that you do not need. This was a hand-me-down. 95% of my furniture was owned by previous family members that said, we don't want it. And I'm like, please, me, just shove it all at me. There's nothing shameful about thrift. There's nothing. No one's gonna know. No one's gonna say, oh, that's a nice couch. Show me your receipt. You need it because people are awful. This is my thesis of this channel. People are awful. Be able to counter them. Meet them on the battlefield. Go toe to toe. And do not leave any opportunity for them to annihilate you. None. I wrote out a very tenuous relationship with my father for financial reasons. I saw him at the corner point of time, so I was supposed to when I was a kid, feeling that there would come a day when this made sense. When it wouldn't be a full loss. I would see him, I would deal with him, it would be what it needs to be. Did it ever really financially pay off in any lump sum? No. Do I intend to get anything when he dies? Not really. But I got to take some trips. I got to have some cool memories that I otherwise wouldn't have if I just said, you know what, I get nothing from you other than financial. I wish I got no finances from you. I wish all I had was love and support and $0. I wouldn't need the dollars then. But you chose the life you chose, sir. So here we go. Did I really want to marry my first husband? He was fine. And in my upbringing, that was kind of more than you were allowed to expect. He was a human male that breathed and pretended he had a job. More on that later. And that set me up for the next stages of my life, being able to get by. Are you gonna have to take some jobs you don't want to? Probably. Are you gonna have to date some old gnarled men? Maybe. Are you gonna have to turn to organized crime? Probably. In terms of financial freedom, there are channels for that. There are people with a more strategic background in that than I can give, but it is very dangerous to implement any of the things that I tell you if that's the hand that feeds you. If you need that job, if you honestly need to stay in that relationship, then you've already lost. This is for winners. It is not too late to start, but you have to start now. Not tomorrow, not later today, now. And pulling your shit together, making concessions where you have to, in order to be fine. What do you win by going through a divorce and not fighting? You continue to bleed out? I'm sorry, can I lay down in the road so you can continue to back over me until I'm squashed flat? Will you let me? Will you let me lie here? I'll never understand people saying, oh, don't fight about money. That's all there is. That's all that's left. I wish I could have my hopes and my dreams and my fantasies and none of the money. Honestly. If I was living my great life with this great person, sure. But I'm not. So the only thing left is the money. And it's not about money to spend, non-spendable income. You have it, you don't think about it, it doesn't exist, it's not a treat for you. It is an investment to leverage you to get someplace else. I feel like all this fighting about whether or not to actually go for the throat in divorce is really dumb, because it should be how to make up for the lost time that you've given away. Are we now treating marriages like a bad investment? Like, thank you, let me just sink all this money into this thing, hoping that it survives and flourishes. Well, how do you have one business partner be like, this seems fine. Well, I'm going to leave the company now. I'm going to take all of the assets and I'm heading out. I'm going to leave you with the bill. And you go, thank you. I had a great time. What? If you don't fight for you, who's honestly going to? I have been waiting for someone to come rescue me since I was maybe 3. I'm still waiting. I have a feeling I may be in this by myself. This might just be it. And it's a horrendous feeling that, I have to save myself. You gotta stop spending on stupid shit. Stop going to Target. Stop it. Stop it. Stop you. Stop it. Stop it. Don't go. You make a list. When there's something imperative that you need to go, you buy what's on that list. You do not grab your Starbucks. and you wander for 4 hours, up and down every aisle, having a good time, filling up the cart. No, 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 stop. There's this horrendous, I loathe. I loathe the social media because it inspires women to be financially stupid. How gullible are you? Really, think about that. How gullible do you need to be? Can you stop? You should stop. Thrift, consign. Have the bare minimum. Have 5 outfits and 3 sets of jewelry. Why? What do you need? Who's really watching this? Who's really paying attention? Who's going to call you out on having 5 pairs of shoes? Those are statement pieces. Those are, you're that person with that great necklace. I love that necklace. Oh my God, where did you get it? Because you always wear it. You get more compliments and you get ahead better branding yourself as a specific type of person rather than scrambling to fill your life with stuff, things, to take more pictures. That's holding you back from a catastrophe. All of this is, I'm from LA. I'm used to planning for an earthquake and keeping your water bottles and your bug bag in your garage, in your closet. I'm used to prevention. This is about prevention. Do you hope that you never need to fall back on this financial cushion? If you don't, cool, get buried in a gold coffin. Take it with you. Take it with you. Take it. Lean into that spite as your breath leaves your body. Bury me with all of my money, like Scrooge McDuck. Better to have that than to not, because not having that is pretty catastrophic. This is all I have to say. This is what we get for me not scripting, is a rambling mess about someone who's been very financially frugal and lucky and proactive. That's all I get to. That's it. That's all, folks. That's my 2 cents. Don't spend it. You put that away.